Hello everyone, welcome to Kerala PSC HSA English classes. This is class 49. As per the syllabus, currently we are going through the section of literary criticism, and our new topic is Aristotle's Poetics. Aristotle, he is also called the Stagirite, as he was born in Stagira in northern Greece as a son of Nicomachus, a court physician to the Macedonian king. At the age of 17, he enrolled at Plato's academy as a student. He remained there first as a student and then as a teacher for 20 years until Plato's death. Afterwards, he went to Macedonia and became the tutor to Alexander the Great. Later at Athens, he founded his own philosophy school, Lyceum, or Peripetos as it was called. The philosophers of the Aristotelian school were called the Peripatetic school. Aristotle is the first scientific critic, and his literary criticism is largely embodied in the Poetics. The Poetics is a short treatise of 26 chapters, and it falls into 6 parts. Chapter 1 to chapter 5 contains introductory remarks on poetry, classification of poetry into different kinds. Then from chapter 6 to 19, it's a discussion of tragedy. From chapter 20 to chapter 22, there is a discussion of poetic diction, style, vocabulary, etc. In chapter 3, we can see the discussion of narrative poetry and tragedy. In chapter 24 and chapter 26, we can see the discussion of epic and comparison with tragedy. And in chapter 25, there is objections of critics against poetry and Aristotle's reply to it. So before going to the Poetics in detail, let's see what are the defects and greatness about the Poetics. So let me tell you the defects first. The Poetics is not a coherent treatise of the subject, and it has some defects. First one is that it is disproportionate in handling the subject. Lyric poetry has been ignored. Descriptive poetry is not even dealt with. Comedy and epic are not elaborated in detail. All aspects of tragedy are not touched upon. Telegraphic and highly concentrated style. Let's see what is so great about the Poetics. The Poetics is an epoch-making work with continuous and universal significance. Aristotle discards the earlier oracular method, according to which critical pronouncements were supposed to be the result of prophetic insight. So Aristotle discards that oracular method as well as Plato's dialectic method, that is use of dialogue or discussion. 2. He starts from concrete facts existing Greek poetry and undertakes a genuine exploration in search of truth. He studies poetry in relation to man. Thus, his method is psychological. Aristotle originated the historical method of enquiry and describes the various phases in the history of Greek poetry. So this is the first part of class 49, and in the next part I will discuss the main points related to the Poetics. Next, moving on to module 7, basic grammar. Today we are discussing on the rules for changing direct speech into indirect speech. For assertive sentences, certain rules are to be followed. First one, If there is no reporting verb, one should be provided. For example, Sunil, I'm going. It's a direct speech. When you change it into indirect speech, you have to add said. Sunil said that he was going. The inverted commas should be removed. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, all the present tenses in the direct speech should be changed into the corresponding past tenses. That means the simple present should be changed into the simple past. The present continuous and the present perfect into the past perfect. Govind said, I like apples. Govind said that he liked apples. Manoj said, I am going to work. Manoj said that he was going to work. Lakshmi said, I have cooked the food. Lakshmi said that she had cooked the food. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, the shall and will of the future in the direct speech are subsequently changed into should and would, respectively. For example, Mohan said he will return. Mohan said that he would return. Next rule, if the reporting verb is in the past tense, the simple past in the direct speech should be changed into past perfect. For example, Leena said, I visited our matron. Leena said that she had visited their matron. There are cases where sometimes the simple past doesn't change. If the reporting verb is in the present tense, the tenses in the direct do not change. Goliath says, I am ruined. Goliath says that he is ruined. The first and second person pronouns in the direct speech are changed into third person if the person addressed is not reporting it. That is, I and you become he and she, whereas we becomes they. If the person addressed is reporting the second person, is changed into first person. For example, Sanjay told Amrit, I will need your pen. Sanjay told Amrit that he would need his pen. Next rule. Words relating to time or distance are also subjected to appropriate changes as follows. Now becomes then, thus, so, here, there, today, that day, ago, before, tomorrow, the next day, yesterday, the previous day, last night, the night before. Also, this is changed into that, and these is changed into those. This, that. These, those. Okay. So, Sabu told his brother, eat this cake. Sabu told his brother to eat that cake. Okay, that's all the rules for changing from direct speech to indirect speech. In next class, we will deal with other rules regarding imperative sentences. So that's all for today. Thank you.